Okay, so this is one of the coolest features that we have within our own ecosystem. You'll find this on your football performance dossier, where we have a whole bunch of different sheets to help you, one, profile you, two, track. We got all kinds of different um, cool stuff within this dossier. And all this to help us just kind of get a good picture, give us a good direction of where we're at and where we need to go, as you already know. All right, so if we've determined during our consultation that if you're a winger, let's say for example, and one of the items that we need to work on is to continue to develop the skill of crossing. All right, so this is one of the items that we can probably work on. We have a whole bunch of different tracking sheets just like this, not only for crossing, but also for finishing, for first touch, weak foot, even, for example, gym sessions, 1v1 attacking or defending. We got all kinds of different sheets in order for us to track, okay, these types of tasks. Now, obviously, we can't improve what we can't measure. And obviously, me being remotely helping you, this is a way for us to just kind of get an idea of what we've been doing. It's just information, valuable information for us to keep, to just track. Okay, see what's working and see what is not working and where we need to adjust. Okay, so for example, this sheet is just straightforward for crossing. You will see here an example, where in here, what you'll do is just put the date when you did the session, and okay, in this recommendation, we just placed like 10 as a suggestion for number of repetitions. So out of 10 repetitions with your right foot, you did 8 good crosses. Obviously, this is very subjective, but it's just a way for us to just kind of determine what we are doing. Okay. So, and I encourage you obviously to work not only on the right foot, but also left foot. So you'll record that. So now within our initial assessment and consultation, so if we've determined that this is an area that we're going to be focusing on for the next 90 days block, now let's say we've determined that we're going to be doing 2 sessions per week, where we're going to be focusing on specifically crossing. Now, within this session, obviously, you're not just going to be doing crossing, but this is an item where we need to touch up on at least 2 times a week. If we can get 3 times or 3 sessions a week, that's perfect. But if not, just with 2 sessions for this particular scenario. All right, so the numbers or the suggestions that I have in here, they can obviously change. Okay, this is just an example here, but this could be customized. And it is actually just this is part of the feature for this, where we customize it in a progressive fashion. Obviously, you can't do 100 crosses per session, okay, because obviously it's probably going to be too much for you. All right, so we progressively advance session by session, accordingly. So for this particular session one, okay, let's say for example, this is week one. So we're going to be covering session one and session two, or we should cover session one and session two for week one. Eventually, let's say for example, this is 90-day block. So we're going to be covering a whole bunch of different sessions. So it's going to be 24 sessions in total for the duration of this 90-day block. So this is what I should see. So you start here and you're going to end up here. Okay, obviously by the time we reach the session number 24, we should see improvements. I mean, it's not rocket science. We should be able to see improvements if this is what we're going to be focusing on. All right, so all you got to do, like I mentioned in this example here, just put, so let's say you did 10 repetitions, you did 6 good reps, or you don't have to put necessarily, all right, I did 6 good crosses out of 10. You can just say I did 10 repetitions if that is what you want to record right here. So I did 10 repetitions out of 10. That's perfect. Or I did 15 repetitions out of 10. Okay, that's fine. I mean, you can play around with it however you want. Okay, in my example here, I just put, okay, I did, if the recommended number of repetitions is 10 for this particular example, then I'm going to be focusing on the number of times that I did them correctly. All right, subjectively speaking. All right, so for this example, right side is 8, and the left side I did 6 good repetitions. All right, so that's how you keep track of your training process. It's not rocket science, but we need to actually objectify it. We need to quantify our performance. Okay, so it's not just a matter of, well, I got this, I got here by an element of surprise. You want to get there in a deliberate, smart fashion. Okay, so we got a whole bunch of different sheets, just like so, and you're gonna see within this program like all the different sheets that we do have. And like I said, you can customize it, and we are constantly building new sheets for you to help you enhance your training process.